This is the test correction video for writing and solving equations for 7th grade students. I may go pretty quickly, so if you need help, you can ask other students as the overall score was pretty high on this. Okay, looking at the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. So you would write this 5x plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 1. I'm going to solve it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and write the way we're used to doing it. I think that models the correct way to do it. So the first thing would be times 5, and then adding 6 equals 1. So when you're solving it, instead of adding 6, you'll be taking away 6. Well, that'd be negative 5. And then you'll be, instead of multiplying by 5, dividing by 5 to solve it. And that would be negative 1. So x is negative 1. Now there's really no excuses to miss these, because if I take that in and multiply it by 5 and add 6, I will get 1. So you could have guessed and checked once you had the right equation. Okay, number 2. It costs $2 to go on each ride at Funfair Park. Each ride. That's going to happen over and over and over again. So it's 2x. When Jason went, he spent $7 on food. That's a one-time purchase, $7 for all of his food, and the rest on the rides. The question is, how many rides did he go on if he spent a total of $31? So maybe the difficult thing was getting the equation down. But once you solve it, I'm just going to go ahead and plug in 2 times 12 is 24 plus 7 does equal 31. I want you to go ahead and use the system I showed you to solve it, but you could check each answer to see how many rides he went on. Correct answer was C. Number 3 forces you to check your answers. 5 times 6 plus 6 is not 20. That would be 36. That one's not true. 6 times 6 minus 5, well, that would be 31. This one is not true if I substitute x. 3 times 6 plus 4 does equal 22. Let's go ahead and check the last one for x. 5 times 6 minus 1. Well, 5 times 6 is 30 minus 1 is 29. No reason to miss these if you substitute. Question 4. Well, I think people struggled with 4, 5, and 6, and I can see why. Jamie's collection is represented by X, just a lot of words, X. Ricky's is 2 times the number, so he would have 2 X's. So it would be an X for Jamie and 2 more X's for Ricky's collection. The total is 72. So Jamie's collection, X, and Ricky's collection, which is 2 times as big, would total to be 72. Total was the indicator that I needed to add the two groups, x plus 2 times x. So there are 3 x's is 72. Then I'm just looking for what times 3 would be 72. If I solved it, this would be 2-step. I'd start out with x, I'd end up with 3x equals 72. Since I multiplied to solve this, I'm going to divide. 72 divided by 3 is 24. So 24 times 3 would work. You could guess and check. I can prove that if Jamie had 24, and if Ricky had twice that, which is 48, then together they would add up to 72. So sometimes you can just use common sense and guess and check. Number 5 was wordy, but we're looking for per each and every. We're looking for a one-time addition, and then we're looking for the total. Number 1, she has a total of 93. Well, the total is in the right place. She already had 45 and earned $8 per hour. A looks perfect. Let's check. B, she is saving money. She has a total of 93. She already had $8 and earned $45 per hour. This would be 8 plus 45x equals 93. So this one has the 45 with the x instead of with the 8. It's per hour. 45 would go with the x, so that doesn't work. C, she has a total of 45. Well, the total on this problem is 93. This wouldn't work. She already has 93 and earned $8 an hour, and somehow she only has $45. Something happened terribly. If she had 93 and earned $8 an hour and it ended up with 45, somebody got into her purse. That doesn't make sense at all. D, there's Sheila. She has a total of 93. Well, the total is in the right place. She spent $45 on a purse. Oh, and $8 per hour. Well, what's different? This looks correct too. She has a total of 93. She's spending 45 on a purse and earned $8 an hour. Well, this one, the key word there is spent. So actually this would be $8 an hour. She earned $45 she spent. So even though that looks like it might be correct, the reason that D is wrong is because she's subtracting the $45. She's spending the money. Okay, that was a tough one. Number 6, Timothy bought a video game console and some games for $350. That would be the total. The video game cost $200. That would be the y-intercept or one-time event. Each game costs $25. Each game. So it's 25x plus the $200 equals $350. Let's match that up. 200 plus 25x, well, that's the same. 200x, nope, 200 is a one-time. He's not buying many consoles, he's only buying one console. That's wrong. C says he's starting with $350. No, he didn't start with $350. He spent $225. He ended or totaled $350. And wow, there's 2 X's on D. So that means he's buying many consoles and many video games. He must have many friends. Or D is incorrect. Number 9 was easy. I'm going to add 14 first to both sides. And I get 2 times something equals 20. I will divide each side by 2, and x would equal 10. I'm going to try 10 just to make sure I didn't make a mistake. 2 times 10 is 20 minus 14. That does equal 6. So you can use the boxes, the method I showed you. But you can see that 10 is the correct answer. Number 8, Allison bought some shirts for a clothing store for $15 each. That would be $15 per shirt, 15S or 15X. And then she received $50 off her purchase. So it's going to be a $50 discount. Keyword there being off. The total was $400. That's a sneaky one, but the $50 was off her purchase price. So the correct answer was B. Number 9, Jeff bought a bottle of water for $2. One time, just bought one bottle of water. And he bought some hot dogs for $3 each. 3x. The total he spent was $14. We could guess and check, but I will tell you that even if you don't know math, he's not going to buy 5.5 hot dogs, because if he asks for a half, they're not going to sell it to him. He's definitely not going to buy 2.8 hot dogs. Impossible. So the answer has to be 21 or 4. I'm guessing Jeff is not hungry enough to buy 21 hot dogs. So I am just going to read the problem and answer 4. Then I'm going to check it. 2 plus 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Now we bought 4 hot dogs. Not a hard problem if you're reading and thinking. And number 10, excuse me, making sure that's the last one. 2x plus 2. Well, let's go ahead and do it with the graphic I showed you. I think it helps to make the last box a little bit bigger because you're writing more in there. X, 2x, 2x plus 2, negative 52. So I'm multiplying by 2, and I'm adding 2. So I'm going to subtract 2. Negative 52 minus 2, negative 54. Negative 54 divided by 2, negative 27. So x is negative 27. If you had any difficulty with bubbling, I want to talk to you about that too. Make sure you put the reason why on every question. If you don't put the reason, I will not give you credit. Thanks.